We got the video game, that's right, video game, I know it's crazy and weird, right? Clair Obscur Expedition 33, it won Game of the Year at the Game Awards a few months ago, which is awesome and rightfully deserved. It's an action RPG with real-time elements from Sandfall Interactive, and I played it on PS5, and I have the Lumiere edition, the physical. I know a lot of people bash on physical now, but I love physical. I'm always going to be a collector. Because some goodies, steelbook, outfitters, hairstyles, and the journal, so that's pretty cool. But that's not the reason why I'm talking about it. If you know, on this channel, we always talk about theaters and cinemas and movies, but occasionally a game hits you so hard emotionally that you simply have to talk about it. This game literally broke me in the best possible way. It made me appreciate life in a way most films recently haven't done, but don't worry, we're still gonna do movies. I'm always gonna do movies first. That's the gist of his channel. But games like this, I just needed to talk about it. Clair Expedition 33 remixes the formula. Think of turn-based like Persona 5 Royal meets Final Fantasy 13. It's next gen, but real-time elements. It's active, it's jumping, it's pairing, it's whatever, right? It's amazing, right? But I love those two games comparison, Persona 5 Royal and FF13. I feel like that's what comes to mind when I think of this, or the structure of this and stuff. The story, the music, the characters. I haven't felt this way about a video game since I played Persona 5 Royal, and that was a few years ago, and I platinumed that game, by the way. Not even Final Fantasy 16, which I played in the summer of last year, 2025, the year I ended to play this game because I started in December of 2025. Not even FF16 warrants to make this video, so you know this game is rightfully deserved with all of its awards if it got a movie guide to talk about the game. This is my first time not necessarily doing a full breakdown. I mean, we're not gonna go story by bits. We're just literally gonna talk about the ending and the choices that you can make for your specific ending. If you enjoyed this perspective, please subscribe. Let us know in the comments below, because it would help us to make more better curated content for you guys from a movie's perspective or cinemas lovers POV. So please, it would mean a lot, and it's only free for you. So right with that out of the way, let's get into the further review. Before we get into the heavy spoiler territory of the endings, just regarding it and everything in its entirety, just a weird flex. Back in October of 2024, right? The first time I went to New York Comic Con and the city to check out the rooftop bars, you know, the martinis, the Comic Cons and stuff, I actually took a photo with the voice actor, the one and the only, Jennifer English. Now, back then, I didn't even know Clair Obscur was going to come down the pipeline, because back then, I played Baldur's Gate 3 and I liked shadow horror. I even romanced her in the video game, so I took a photo with her. And then I find out that she's gonna be in Clair Obscur, voicing the voice actor of Maelle. That's amazing. It just makes it more personal. I see Jennifer English, and when I heard Maelle in the beginning, I'm like, that's Shadowheart. But then as the game progressed and I got invested with these characters, I thought of Shadowheart and Maelle. And that's amazing, because those are two amazing RPGs that literally, I don't know, I want to say it's the second coming of video games, but you gotta understand that for gamers, this is a breath of fresh air. I mean, fresh air. It's amazing, to be honest. Warning, major spoilers ahead. So if you haven't finished the game, or if you don't care, then click away. But this is your big spoilerish warning for the twist the snow globe. As you progress, you find out, just like I did, the rug has pulled underneath you. We find out that this world is fake. No, not in like a simulation type way, but in the snow globe small type of way. They're living inside the canvas, inside the painting. The painters, Renoir and Aline, the mother, painted the first humans of the lineage, and they grew from like brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters, right? I wanted their struggle to be real, but they're basically toys for a grieving mother or a grieving family after the disaster of the fire that happened. And the kick in the teeth, the paintress isn't a villain, I know, right? She's a mother who lost her son Verso at the fire 67 years ago while trying to save Maelle. She created this entire world just to keep a version of him alive. Maelle, she isn't just a random survivor. She is the painted version of the daughter, effectively Verso's sister. So Verso, in the game that I found out, he's just a copy. He's just a copy. He's not even the real Verso, because he died. So Verso is just a copy. So he's coming to grips, especially towards the end. He's just like, man, like Verso's actually like, I'm the son that died, and Maelle's her like little sister. And that's crazy. All this journey that they're happening. Because as you progress, Maelle comes to the confrontation where she wakes up. She has the white hair. She wakes up in the real world, and she has her maimed body with the one eye and like the burnt face. So she knows, she's like, wow, like I've woken up. But think about, that's crazy. They went on this journey together. Maelle not knowing who she is until the quote happened, or after you fight Renoir multiple times. And then she wakes up from amnesia, or from the mother's paintress point of view or whatever. She has the white hair, right? And then she's like, damn, like this is crazy. It just felt so small, you know, like a Matrix type way. Like not in terms of a bad way because they're actually real humans with their own feelings and personal aspirations and stuff. But dude, the paintress, every time she painted it, as you've seen in the trailers, we thought she was killing off the people. But if anything, she was effectively saving the rest of the expeditions because she's like, if you're a certain number of age, I can't protect you anymore because I guess Renoir's power was too strong. But dude, it's just like, it's so heartbreaking because when you fight the paintress, and I was like, dude, we're done, we're ending you. And then now you have this revelation, it's scary. The conflict, Maelle versus Verso, for the entirety of the game, after especially Gustav's death in Act 1, I can't believe they killed him in Act 1. Excuse me, that was so early. I thought he was gonna be the main character. I mean, we all grew to love him, you know, the Lumina converter and stuff, and when he's throwing the rocks and the Sophie thing. I can't believe they killed him. And I wanted Maelle to win. I wanted to stick it to the creators, but then I saw the truth. The little boy that you've seen sprinkled throughout the game, that's the real Verso. That's crazy. He isn't just haunting us, he is tired. Every time you play the game, you see a little boy, a little girl, or a mysterious man or woman, right? They all say something gibberish, right? And I had no idea what they're referring. I had no idea the kid is tired of painting. Well, what do you mean he's tired of painting? Like, I'm just like, what the hell? I mean, yeah, I didn't see the nods and callouts, right? But he's tired because he's holding the world up on his shoulders. He's basically painting like 24/7. When Verso reaches out to him at the end, it's heartbreaking because he says, are you tired of painting? And the little boy just says like that. He doesn't even say anything. It just leaped out of my chest. It made me heartbroken. It made me feel small. He wasn't the villain, he was the prisoner. And I was like, oh my god, dude, this is just so heartbreaking. And Gustav, to be honest with you, I kind of find out about that death because I was looking at character guys, so that kind of ruined for me, but whatever. He still died and it still was emotional. Ending 1, the hard truth, the Verso ending. If you let Verso win, because at a certain point in the story towards the end, you have to fight as Maelle or fight as Verso. Now, I told you, I was always on Maelle's side, but then when I saw that ending, and then I knew that little boy was Verso, I chose Verso right away. I'm like, dude, there is no way. He's seeing his younger self being painted and he's tired doing this all the time. And then Maelle comes like, stop. And then, dude, this final boss battle was not really a boss battle. It's kind of more personal. The dialogue, the scenery, the action adventure stuff, you know, the specific things they say to each other. Verso's like, you're all just hypocrites. You know, father said the same thing, blah, blah, blah. So if you win as Verso, the paint melts away. We're back in the real world, the 1800s. The fantasy of the magic is gone. Verso is dead, unfortunately, and Maelle, she survives, but the cost is horrific. Her body is made from the fire. Her face is burned. She has one eye and she can barely speak. It's the mature adult ending, but it's heartbreaking reality. She looks out to the painting in her former perfect world and yearns to go back. It hurts to watch, but it's real. It's the pain of survival. And you got to keep in mind, this is early 1800s. Yes, it's fantasy and there's magic and stuff, but they didn't have advancements in technology. I mean, maybe they did, but I don't know why. Like, you got to think about it. It's not 2026. There's no like AI back then. There's no like text to speech or whatever, you know? So when I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, dude, that time of Pacific way in the world, and you got to keep in mind, she's 16 during the events of the game. So to her, she's like, damn, like, she's an outsider. She's going to be isolated. It's going to be hard to find a guy if she is into that, or if she's into girls, no judgment here. But still, it's like, you got to remember, this is a different time back then. So of course she didn't want this. You know, she's going to be isolated. It's going to be hard for her to find mate, to get through school. It's just, I can understand why Maelle didn't want this ending, but Verso, dude, you had to put him to rest because the ending to the beautiful lie, Maelle's victory, we're going to talk about that right now. What if you refuse to accept that and you fight as Maelle, right? I did this for the second time to get more footage and also to understand the ending. I destroyed Verso in about 4 minutes because I love Maelle. She's my main damage dealer. She's amazing. But the result, it's a horror movie in disguise. Verso is lying down, right? Begging her, I don't want this life. Save him. He's pleading her to let him go, and she forces the little boy to keep painting. To keep painting even though he's tired. Your heart leaps out of your chest. But that's not the kicker. We cut to the happy ending, right? Happy ending. It's not really happy ending. We're back at Lumiere. Maelle looks gorgeous. She's grown up. She has a son, although some rumors would suggest that that's Lune's and Maelle's son, although I did not believe that because Lune had an interaction with Verso. If you ever got that far in the relationships when you play in the game, like they go to the woods to blow off some steam, but little do we know, of course, they're not just blowing off some steam, they're hooking up. So I don't know, I mean, maybe it could. Some people would say it's a little version of Renoir, but Renoir died and he got defeated, but Maelle Maelle, she's the paintress now. She can paint whatever she wants, right? She's the curator. You know, she is the main girl in this canvas, right? So we see everyone's happy. We see everyone that we lost. Pierre, the husband that died as a farmer, was Ciel, right? And Gustav, that was the real thing. I'm like, is Gustav gonna come back? And he's alive. Sophie's back, right? It's a happy ending. Gustav, oh my god, the guy that everyone was traumatized, especially at the end of Act 1 for losing him. But then the camera pans. That goes to the piano, right? I guess they're watching a show, right? Whatever, right? And it's black and white, and the aspect ratio changes. So all of this is not feeling good, right? Black and white, he looks trapped, right? Verso's about to play. He basically felt like he had no free will. I mean, why would the camera change in terms of the aspect ratio and the black and white, right? Think about that for a second. He looks older. And the final shot, when he's about to play, Maelle's eyes turn that bluish, grayish, scary-ish. The same eyes as the patrons when they get too consumed. Remember when you woke up as Maelle in the real world and you see the mother and father doing like this and they're just standing in front of the canvas and their eyes are like consumed? Or when Renoir like opened the portal? Like, that's what Maelle is. She has enslaved her brother to live in a fantasy world. Yeah, it looks happy, but it looks like a horror movie. But to me, the ending is a bad one. When I saw Maelle's turn and that keystroke of the piano ding, it felt like a horror story. I was playing this game on like a Saturday night at like 12:30 at night, right? It's dark, I'm in my house, it's snowing in Chicago. I had to look away. I felt a little scared. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I have the photo, but think about it. I'm gonna show you the photo right now again. It looks scary. A lot of people don't think, and especially with the weird piano keystroke, the sound and the visuals did not feel right in terms of like happiness. I get it, she thrived in this. I get it, I understand it. She found happiness. Her family's there. She's alive, she's gorgeous, she's perfect. She has her battle combat there. Her family's there. Her brother or father from Gustav is there. I understand that she thrived in this world. But like, you're enslaving your own brother. I have brothers and sisters and I wouldn't want to do that to them. But still, like, I would not be able to live as Maelle either, you know, in the reality, because one eye, I love watching movies, I love playing games. Face burnt, she can barely talk. I'm talking to you right now. Every time I do scripts for YouTube, I talk to it. I do the dedication and stuff. So it's just a hard thing to ponder. I would want the Verso's ending because I wouldn't want someone to be trapped. I wouldn't want to be trapped either. I mean, think about it. She still has faith in terms of like advancements. Maybe, yeah, at that time when she's 16, like it was really bad, but you gotta live it out. You know, maybe when she's like 20, maybe like she can talk better, or maybe there's like text to speech later on. I mean, probably not for another like hundreds or thousands of years, but still, it's a lot to think about. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, like either way, the both endings suck. They both suck. It's not a happy ending. Maelle's people would probably gravitate towards her because Gustav was a central figure of the game. I'm telling you, when you lost Gustav, he's like, why are you doing this? And Maelle, think about it. She grew with this expedition. She grew to love Gustav as he was her father or brother, right? And it would hurt them more because think about it. When she met Verso again, you don't think their relationship has bonded after he met her when Gustav died? They went on this whole journey together. Whole journey. Killing bad guys, learning about each other. So she basically has two memories of her brother, right? So let's say you chose the Verso ending. Maelle has more memories with her brother. So that would hurt her more. Think about it. The love of your life, or your brother or sister, your parents, they died, right? And then they come back, and then you're building this new relationship, and then you find out that they were your family the whole time, even though you've gone through this journey together, right? Even though you've gone through this second journey from this different life. You don't think that would hurt you more? Think about it. Yeah, of course, because you have built a new connection with them. It's just a lot to talk about. I mean, I'm sorry, I could keep rambling, but this game it's amazing, I'm telling you. That's why I'm talking about it. The outro. This is why Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is a masterpiece. It asks you, would you rather live a horrific truth or a beautiful lie? Let me know in the comments down below if you chose the painful reality or the perfect dream, but it's not really a perfect dream. I'm genuinely curious. Oops, sorry, my monitor went away, but it'll come back in a second. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it so much. Maybe please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. This was the first, I don't want to say deep dive, but the ending of a video game. Let me know what I can do better in terms of gameplay, talking less. Maybe talking less is something hard, but anyway, we'll talk soon. Appreciate, love you, and I thank you, and let's go to Lumiere.